In the history of U.S. politics, we have never seen more dirty tricks in an election season than we're now seeing in 2015, 2016. We witnessed Bernie Sanders win more than 10 states, including California and New Hampshire, and defeat Hillary soundly, and the superdelegates simply stepped in and said the popular vote doesn't count. The Republican Party tried it with Donald Trump, but he won in such landslides and didn't stand down and didn't go along with it. He didn't accept the theft of our electoral system in this country, and so he became the nominee. Now the very same Republican establishment with the Democrats has been putting out for 2 days the lying rumor that Donald Trump is going to drop out and that Donald Trump is in all this trouble. I've talked to the inside sources, and my instincts were right about why this is happening. He raised $97 million in just a month and scared the hell out of them. Almost all of it grassroots donations. This is so historical. So they're putting out that he's dropping out, just like in Iowa when Ben Carson was going to beat the establishment Republican Ted Cruz. As soon as Carson's plane took off that afternoon, they went on TV and said, Carson says he's quitting. Vote for Ted Cruz now. And Ted Cruz came in second in Iowa. This is a much bigger scandal than that. And so I want to play a clip here of Trump 2 nights ago in Daytona, Florida, saying our campaign's never been better, we're doing great. Because he thought he didn't have to respond that hard to a pure lie because he'd already responded to it in the past in June.
So I just want to tell you the campaign is doing really well. It's never been so well united. We started on June 16th. I would say right now it's the best in terms of being united that it's been since we began. We're doing incredibly well. We're leading in the state of Florida. You saw the poll. We're leading in Ohio. You have Bernie Sanders people are going to be voting for Trump. Something just came in. They like Trump. They like Trump.
But more important than his statement 2 nights ago is this Politico article that we'll show you some close-ups of back in June of this year on the 18th. Would Donald Trump really drop out for $150 million? And they admit they just pulled it out of the air. They just made it up as if he would do that for money when he's lost hundreds of millions of dollars in boycotts and all the rest of it and TV deals he's lost. Deep in the article, they let Trump respond via email. This story is a total fabrication from you and Politico as usual. The New York billionaire sent an email sent by his campaign manager. I will never leave the race. Quote, I will never leave the race. I will never leave the race. Nobody has enough money to pay me to leave the race, and if they did, it would be totally illegal. Did Obama and the Clintons get you to write this garbage? Donald Trump. So they're now all over the news 2 days into this huge rollout. Number one story everywhere. Donald Trump's dropping out. Will he drop out? The Republicans are making him drop out. His sons don't like him. His campaign managers don't like him. He's crazy. It's all made up. Meanwhile, Hillary's stumbling around, acting like she's having seizures in public. Reportedly has brain damage. That's even been in mainstream news. Uma Abedin admits that she doesn't know who she is part of the time and gets totally confused. She's caught in the new WikiLeaks, actually directing the media to go after Donald Trump and other people, just like Trump predicted just a few weeks before. This is amazing. They know the new WikiLeaks is coming out. Our sources have confirmed it's the Benghazi info with her directing weapons and ordering generals to stand down and to ship weapons to Al-Qaeda, also known as ISIS. That's why they're panicking. That's why they want to create the illusion that he's a candidate you can't have and that he's dropped out of the race like Ben Carson. This is a hoax. This is a fraud. So, you'll be hearing from Donald Trump, guaranteed, responding to this very, very soon. He's already responded to it multiple times, just like the whole made-up KKK garbage and David Duke. But I am responding here with his own words and his own statements, and I will be standing up for everyone that wants to restore this republic, not just Donald Trump, because it's bigger than Donald Trump. It's about our Constitution, our Bill of Rights, and the right of voting in this country. The fact that the entire power structure is lined up against him, the Democratic leadership, the Republican leadership, offshore banks, the Pope, the Communist Chinese president, the Mexican president, the Saudi Arabians, is the reason we've got to support Trump. We've got to have a landslide to counter their fraud and their election fraud. Trump knows there's been massive election fraud so far, but he was able to defeat it with a landslide in the primaries. Then Obama comes out and acts like it's crazy to say that there could ever be any election fraud in America when there are thousands of documented cases just in the last 100 years. So now, you've seen Donald Trump's response to the lie that he has dropped out.
My fellow InfoWarriors, I am very excited to be able to announce to you the introduction at InfoWarsLife.com of a new way to save time and money when you stock up on InfoWars Life formulations like Survival Shield X2 and Super Male Vitality. Just go to InfoWarsLife.com today, select your favorite product, click on Auto Ship before adding to cart, and choose how often you want us to send you another order. Every time you choose Auto Ship at InfoWarsLife.com, you get 10% off and you won't have to worry about running out and having to reorder next time. And of course, you can cancel with one click anytime. As you know, I'm all about the idea of a 360 win, and the new auto ship feature at InfoWarsLife.com is a sure win for everybody. A win for liberty, a win for health, and a win when it comes to big savings. Visit InfoWarsLife.com today and save 10% on your next InfoWars Life order by selecting auto ship at checkout. That's InfoWarsLife.com or call 888-253-3139.